What's up, everybody? I'm the Landover Legend, aka Big T, and I'm the host of the I Can't Make This Up podcast, a podcast where I interview my guests and we have open dialogue discussions. So check it out when you get a chance. So today, I'm going to tell you about the first time I got put on with a crazy chick. Let me set the scene. It's 2004. Napoleon Dynamite just came out in theaters. People are still taping bus transfers together, and Kanye West and Mike Jones is all over the radio. I'm fresh out of high school, and I haven't truly found my place in life, so at this time, I'm for the streets. I'm fresh off work, and my man Corey hits my phone and asks for me to ride with him to the mall. I said cool, got dressed, and we made our way to PG Plaza. So we're walking through the mall and we going by the food court, and a girl calls out Corey's name. We both turn around and see two girls sitting at the table next to Cinnabon. One light skinned and one dark skinned. The dark skinned one was waving us over. We stroll over to the table and Corey starts talking to Stacy, the dark skinned girl, and I introduce myself to the light skinned one, Keisha. She speaks and we have a short exchange. The conversation was dry, so when my phone rang, I didn't mind excusing myself to take the call. While I'm on the phone, Corey comes to me and says Stacy wants me to come through to her house, but she doesn't want to leave her friend behind, so what's good? I'm like, bruh, come on, man. Corey's like, dog, look out for me. I'm like, alright, I got you. So the four of us hop in Corey's truck and we head over to Stacy's apartment. After getting settled in the front room, Keisha and I start talking on the couch and Corey goes into the back with Stacy. I hit the lights and we started watching TV. The next thing you know, the Tip Drill video pops up on. Keisha caught a vibe from the song and we started grinding. Next thing you know, we getting it in on the couch. About an hour later, we get dressed and sit back down on the couch and start having a conversation. About 10 minutes in, my phone rings. I excuse myself politely and I take the call. I'm on the phone for about 30 seconds, then out of nowhere, bow. Keisha punches me dead in my face with a right hook. I still wore glasses at this time, so they went flying along with my phone. I'm completely caught off guard because I have no idea what just happened and why she popped off on me like that. I stand up and say, what's your problem? And she says, don't you ever in your life ignore me. You belong to me now. Who was that bitch on the phone? I'm like, what the fuck? So I pick my phone up and put my glasses on and immediately head to the back room. I start banging on the door and yelling for Corey. He comes to the door halfway dressed and asks what's wrong. I tell him shorty tripping and I'm gone. He tries to stop me, but my mind is made up. As I walk back to grab my coat, Keisha is sitting on the couch like nothing happened, asking me where did I go. See what I mean? This chick crazy, dog, I'm gone. And when I said that about Keisha, she stood up and said, oh, I'm crazy, walks into the kitchen and grabs a knife. I take off running, but she cuts me off, and I head towards the balcony, and once I'm on the balcony, I block the door. Stacy and Corey try to calm Keisha down inside the apartment while I'm trying to climb down from the third floor balcony. Corey yells out to me, what are you doing? I tell him, fuck you for bringing me over here to get murdered. He said, get back up here before you fall, and I do. Stacy gets Keisha to go with her to the back room, and while she's distracted, I run out of the apartment. I run straight to the truck and wait inside until Corey comes down. When he finally gets to the truck, he hops in and immediately busts out laughing. Then says, why was you running from that little ass girl like Day Day running from Baby D? I gave him a stoic look and just said drive. After a few minutes, he gains his composure, stops laughing, and finally pulls off. He moves about 20 feet from the parking spot and then slams on the brake. I said, what are you doing? He said, go talk to her. I'm like, huh? Then he points to the mirror. Then I realize Keisha is behind the truck with a brick in her hand. I said, dog, you trying to get me killed? And he said, look, just go tell her whatever she needs to hear so she doesn't throw that damn brick and calms down. Corey just didn't want to get his back windshield bust out and didn't mind me being the human sacrifice to make it happen. So in order for me to actually make it home, I had to play along. I get out of the truck and I start praying I don't end up like Debo when Craig went quarterback on his face. She runs up to me and throws her hands around my waist and asks me to forgive her. I'm like, oh yeah, she crazy, but whatever. I say yes, and I promise to call her as soon as I get home. She says, okay, baby, then walks off. I casually walk back to the truck, get in, and we pull off. The next day, I changed my number, and I didn't talk to Corey for about 8 months after that night. Moral of this story is get to know someone beneath the surface before becoming intimate with them. Because you never know if that person is you never know if the person you're about to sleep with is bipolar and currently off their meds. So yeah, that was the first time I got put on with a crazy chick. And unfortunately, it wasn't the last. These things happen in life, and unfortunately, they happen to me a lot. I am your host, the Land of a Legend, aka Big T. And check out the podcast when you get a second. You know, I'm available everywhere podcasts are. You can also find me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I Can't, with a K, Make This Up podcast. Hey man, let me know what you think about this story down in the comment section below. I got all types of links and stuff down there, so just hit me up. And till next time, peace.